and welcome to another Rowberry vlog. My goodness. I will say that this is literally back to back on when I just finished. I just closed out the last camping vlog, but here we are. I really want to document our adventures, so we're gonna do the dang thing. So, hi Sean.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to our vlog.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So we are so excited. Last vlog, last camping trip, we went up to a place called Loman in Idaho, and this time we are going to our very favorite spot in Stanley. So we are going back to Stanley, and I'm praying for no bats. But we'll see. We just got off the phone with one of Sean's best friends, and I was like, can you just say a little prayer for me and no bats? He's like, nope, you're doomed. I'm like, thanks for the support. So I am gonna try my hardest. If we do have bat friends, which we do understand, we are in their home, so you know, it is what it is. I understand that, but I'm gonna try to not be scared, and I'm going to try to share the experience with you. Because last time in Loman, it was just, there were too many bats, and I was super freaked out, and I was just trying to distract myself with Sudoku. So, but yeah, so we are hitting the road. So come with us to go camping up to Stanley. Welcome to the vlog, friends. Well, friends, our trip is already changing a little bit, but listen, we just learned to go with the flow. We pivot when needed, and there's something about the burnt toast theory. You find good in things even if things are don't go exactly according to plan. So the highway to Stanley is closed. So pivot, and now thankfully we have a whole state to explore. So, and there's more than just one campground in the whole entire state. So we're just pivoting a little bit, and we are going a different direction clearly, and we are going to be camping in a beautiful place called Riggins. And this will be my first time in Riggins, right?
Yep.
My first time in Riggins, my first time fishing in Riggins. So we are going to change the adventure a little bit, and who knows, I heard there's no bats in Riggins.
No, that's it. That's exactly why we're heading there.
Yeah, that's why. So come with us on this change of adventure. You just gotta learn to just go with the flow and pivot when needed, right, friends? Well, friends, we have made it to our home away from home. Again, you know, not exactly the way we had planned, but it's beautiful. Like, we are literally right on the river, and we get to listen to the river, the waves crashing throughout the entire day and night. It's gonna be amazing. So now we are going to unhook, set up camp, and I'll check in with you guys in just a little bit. All right, friends, so wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, easy peasy, and we are good to go. You may have heard Sean chuckle in the background because it was not easy peasy. This whole day was just shot.
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning. It was just one of those days, but you know what? It's fine. We found a good spot. So when I last checked in with you when we first got here, we were attempting to unhook trailer from truck, but the ground is uneven, so we're having a hard time getting the like pin out. So we're like, you know what? Let's just go down one more campsite, check that out. And that was great. It was a very small campground. But like they had tables and stuff. There's no tables here. We have a fire pit. That's the main thing. But they had tables and all that. Toilets. They had toilets, which is not a huge deal because we have a toilet in there. But yeah, but it was a much smaller campground. There were lots of people at that campground. So we're like, it's getting late. It's past our dinner time. Let's just go back to the other spot. So we are here. We unhooked successfully. I made us some sloppy joes for dinner, and now we are chilling. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. But I think it's gonna be nice. It's a really, really nice little view of the river, and there's absolutely no trees. Like there's a few trees, but not as many as what we're used to being surrounded by. So I'm hopeful there's no bats, and we're gonna see a beautiful sky full of stars here in just a little bit. So we're excited. We are going to settle in. Also, weird thing is that now we are in the Pacific time zone. We are no longer in the mountain time zone. We crossed over that bridge that you guys saw us cross over. I don't know if my camera was able to pick up. It says you are now in Pacific time zone, which is a little bit weird because we're like just on the border of Pacific and mountain time. But at this very moment, we are back in time by 1 hour. So, all right, we are going to settle down for the evening. I'm sure I'll check in with you at least one more time just to show you fire and hopefully no bats. So here's hoping. Friends, I am excited to say so far no bats, and it is 7 o'clock Pacific time. I feel like this is kind of the witching hour for bats, so the fact that they haven't shown up yet, and we really don't have a ton of bugs here, so I'm really hopeful. Say hi, Sean.
Where we at?
There we are.
There we go. Hello.
And I wanted to show you, look at how pretty the moon is. It's just peeking up above the mountain right there. It is so pretty. Also, because of the fire, I look very creepy. But, oh, it's so pretty. Stars are starting to pop out. And like I said, knock on wood, no bats as of this very moment. I need a much better camera or camera lens to be able to see, but that moon is just gorgeous, and it's just popping up over that little mountain skyline there. So pretty. Well, hello and good morning, friends, from the mountains, Riggins, where we totally plan to come, and this has been amazing. First night, 0 bats. For the win. I am so happy. This little campsite is pretty good. We had one weird situation where somebody was at what?
There's travelers, they're nomaders.
Yeah, so somebody owns a school bus and they were hauling their Jeep and they stayed just for the night. But I honestly, like, you wouldn't have even known that they were there. And then by the morning they were gone. So now we have the rest of the campsite to ourselves and now we're gonna go fishing. But here's the thing, Sean and his stepdad have been fishing up here in Riggins a few times. Even, sorry to bring it up, even a paid guided steelhead adventure with zero steelhead. And the guide even said, he's so upset about it. The guide even said, like, oh no, like every time we at least catch something. This is so out of the norm.
Yep. For you, not for me.
I told Sean it's all in your mindset. I know that I'm going to catch some fish today. If he says he's not going to, that's a him problem, not a me problem. I'm also wearing my salmon egg color pants for good luck, and we're going to catch some fish. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna break the Riggins curse. Nope. So let's go. So maybe it's not Sean's attitude. Mm-hmm. We have now been to, was that 3 spots?
Yeah. 3
spots, not even a single bite. Like, that might be normal for some people, but that's not normal for me. No, but for real, like, what? Not even a single little nibble to show evidence that they even exist. So I'm thinking that Riggins has done away with all fish.
Stop at the grocery store and grab a trout.
Yeah, we might need to. So we are going to head out over to the other side. We're gonna head over to the, hold please.
We still have the bumper hitch, or the hitch in there.
Yes. So we're gonna ditch this place and we're gonna go out over to like the other side, kind of heading back towards our little campground. So hopefully we'll have some luck there. So we'll see. Well, friends, we made it back to camp, clearly, with no fish. Not a one, not even a bite. So we went into town and got dinner. So here's hoping tomorrow we have some more luck, but I'm also not going to hold my breath either. So time to chill out for the evening. All right, friends, so we are all cleaned up for the night and it's starting to get dark out. We're gonna actually set up the GoPro and do a little time lapse, see if we can do a little time lapse of the moon, because oh my gosh, the moon last night just like lit up this whole like canyon. In fact, at one point I was like, are those headlights over there across the river? Is there a bridge somewhere? Like, how is there headlights over there? Sean was like, that's the moon. He's like, those aren't headlights, that is the brightness of the moon. Wild. But I wanted to show you, give you a little tip, if you will. We use citronella candles all the time. Oh no, it's out. I'm sorry. Sean actually, I know, all the way out. Yeah, so we save our candle glasses and we are just putting little citronella tea lights inside. I can't remember if I showed you that last night or not. I know I I filmed it with my phone, but I don't think I actually showed you guys. So yeah, save your glass candle jars and repurpose them. Use citronella or tea lights or what have you. And Sean is super crafty, and it kept blowing out because there's just a little bit of a breeze. So he just like put this right on top just to like keep keep the candle from blowing out, and it's totally working. Toads my goats. So here's hoping we don't get eaten up by mosquitoes, because I am not a fan. But it's either mosquitoes or bats. So I think I'll actually take the mosquitoes. What?
I think that's what the bats are going to come here to eat.
They're not going to come here. They didn't come here last night.
Yeah, but we had mosquitoes last night.
Pray for me. I'm going to go ahead and put my hoodie up now, and we'll see how this goes. Hey friends, hello, good morning, and happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, although it's hard to tell in camping time because it all feels the same. And guess what? Today might be a repeat of yesterday.
Not might.
We are getting ready to leave camp and go try our luck at fishing on the other side of the river. So we went, was that down or up? We went downstream.
Upstream.
We went upstream yesterday. Today we're going downstream. So here's hoping there's more fishies there.
Nope.
It could happen. It could happen. But I am starting to lose faith along with Sean. So who knows? Maybe we'll be going back to the restaurant tonight for dinner.
Absolutely. Fish and chips.
So wish us luck. Well, friends, that was yet again another wasted day. We even met some new friends that were in a drifting boat. Is that what it's called? Drifting boat? Drifter boat? And we were getting ready to take off. And I was like, I want to ask them if they've had any luck. Because there cannot be fish in that water. There just cannot be. So Sean was like, are you gonna go ask him? I'm like, absolutely I am. So walked over there, met our new friends. They haven't had any luck either in their freaking drifter boat. And both of these guys were guides at one point. So they know what they're doing. In fact, he actually said, I saw you casting and it looks like you know what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, of course I know what I'm doing. So I am convinced that there are no fish to be had in all of Riggins. And in fact, I left a little note on the beach. I'm not going to share it with you because I was angry. To the town of Riggins. So I would also like to publicly apologize for all the shade that has been thrown your way.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. We're never going to say the R word ever again.
We're never going to say the R word ever again. And Sean even said, I think it was yesterday, one of our many fishing spots, Sean was saying, I miss Stanley. I was like, I know it. Look at that big old hawk or eagle. Is that an eagle?
Yep.
Super cool. I will say,
it's going to dive in and grab a fish.
It's going to dive in and grab a fish. Watch. Of course it would. The whole state's beautiful. So there's that. I mean, it's an absolutely stunning state. So at least we've got that going for us. But yeah, our friends in the boat were saying, oh, you know, maybe it's the murky water. Like most of the rivers here are super like crystal clear, and it's a little bit murky. And here's a bee. I'm super outdoorsy. Yeah, you should see how I react to the stink bugs that have set up shop on our on our trailer. It's a whole thing. Like, I love being outdoors. I just want the bugs to leave me alone. So it's too hot. See, this is why we like to camp in the later months of the year. So that way it's too cold for bugs and bats. Still no bats last night, so that was great. So, you want to go fishing one more spot?
No.
Nope. So we are going to head into town and get some dinner because we don't have dinner. So, yeah.
Cheez-Its are not dinner.
Cheez-Its are not dinner. Chips and salsa could be dinner. We could make nachos.
Taco.
Yeah, we could make nachos. I could put together a little plate of chips, and we've got the Cholula cheese, and just put it over the fire.
Fire the generator for the microwave.
Yeah, could do that. We're gonna head into town instead, so that is the update for you. No, there are no fish in the town of Riggins, Idaho. So if you're planning on coming to Riggins, Idaho, specifically to go fishing, don't waste your time, because it will be a waste of time. All right, y'all, a little evening check-in with you. We obviously made it back to camp. We went and grabbed dinner at the same restaurant that we had dinner at last night, but we both decided to go for fish and chips tonight. Since we were planning on having fish, it just wasn't going to be deep fried. It was going to be barbecued and it was going to be fresh, but it's all good. It is what it is. We have learned things on this trip, like not to come here. We think we're going to fish. But no, even, you know, the more and more we're taking the trailer, the more things we're learning about it and all of that good stuff. So also, Sean's really sad windbreak. People always ask whenever I am doing a post or anything about us going camping, people are like, what's up with the tarp? So it's a windbreak. And clearly, when we came back from our fishing adventures earlier today, the windbreak was down and our stuff was everywhere because it was seriously like, gosh, these little, like, they're not, Sean, we've decided that they're not stink bugs. I'm calling them dinosaur bugs. I don't know what they are, but they're really freaking gross. Anyways, they should be clearing up here momentarily. Usually when the sun goes down, then they're out of here. So it's all good. But yeah, our stuff was everywhere because the wind just came ripping through here when we were gone. Yeah, our stuff was everywhere. The windbreak was down, our totes were all knocked over and stuff was everywhere. It was crazy, but the wind was like, it was a lot earlier. So we are just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy our last evening here. Sean's like, it's not Stanley. I was like, I know, but still, it's gonna be a fun adventure that we look back on and laugh. It's always fun. So even if we're not catching fish, it would be more fun if we were catching fish, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just gonna chillax a little bit, start our last fire, watch the moon come up. Fun fact for you, the moon came up last night in a totally different area, which is so weird because I had my GoPro set up so that you could see the time lapse, and I had it set up based on where the moon came up over the mountains the night before, but it was like way far over. It was the weirdest thing. I know that it does, like, the sun and the moon do like move a little bit every day, but this was a lot. It was a lot. So anyways, all right, we are going to relax, like I said, start our fire and enjoy our last night here in Riggins. Not sure we will come back. Rise and shine, campers. As you can see behind me, camp is totally broken down. We have the trailer hooked back up to the truck. We are ready to hit the road and head back home. This has been a fun trip. This is what I was telling Sean last night around the campfires. Like, while this didn't go exactly according to plan, in fact, not even close, this was still a really great trip, and definitely one for the books, one for the memories that we will look back and laugh at, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do is just laugh. So yeah, we are packing up and we are ready to hit the road and get back home to our babies. All right, friends, so clearly we have made it home safe and sound, and now it is time to clean up the rig, get ready for Sean's next trip, which is just a couple days away. He is going to be in Oregon before you know it. I'm telling you, we are breaking in this trailer the best possible way. Before our first even payment on the trailer, it will have been on like either 4 or 5 trips. So it's needless to say, we are having a blast with our new trailer. Even if plans don't go exactly the way we expect them to, we still have a blast. So Sean was saying, I can't remember if I said this earlier or not, but Sean was feeling like, I still feel like we need our Stanley trip. So when he gets back from Oregon, we may be hitting the road again, actually to Stanley, because it is our favorite spot and there's fish in Stanley. So added bonus, we don't have to go out to eat. Or we just need to bring enough food that if we don't catch any fish, that we will have a plan B. So but there you have it. That is our little camping trip that we took up to Riggins, Idaho. It's so funny. One of my friends was actually up there like in a very, very close spot to where we were. Totally didn't know it. She has service, but I didn't have service in the campground. And so she's actually still there for a couple more days. But by the time we got back, she was like, oh, you guys should come to Whitebird. And I was like, so I told Sean, he was like, that's where we were. I was like, no freaking way. So it turns out just like a couple of camp spots down, one of my friends was camping as well. So that would have been super fun to run into her, but who knows, maybe next time. So, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with us during our camping adventures. We greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new, please subscribe. From time to time, I will be doing these vlogs. I am kind of loving getting back into it and sharing them with you. So I hope you find them entertaining, if nothing else. You know, it's no earth-shattering content, but just a little day in the life of what the Rowberries have going on. So have an amazing day, you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.
It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods, lost as I should. Under the trees, you tell me about your secrets, and I'm falling madly. You catch me right, I'll be alright. It's all that matters really, as long as you be as crazy.
Bye.